there any forex related scams that students should be aware of?
This will ensure one, you follow the rules, and second, you don't fall prey to all these scams.
So how much money can a student save when they're using a forex card compared to an traditional remittance method?
So that your university can confirm your admission much earlier.
Is there any jugaad that the students do to save taxes?
Of course.
Hi, welcome back to Careers with Shama. And today on our podcast, we have Pawan, who's come all the way from Chennai. And he's the managing director and board member at Prithvi Exchange, which is a publicly traded firm and AD2 accredited by the Reserve Bank of India. So Pawan, what exactly does Prithvi Exchange do?
So basically, Prithvi Exchange, as you said, we are a BSE listed company. We are an AD2 licensed by Reserve Bank of India. We are your go-to person when you travel abroad. Now, when travel abroad, be it in terms of leisure travel, be it education, or even be it business travel. We sell foreign currencies, we do remittances abroad, and we also sell Forex cards.
So being a second generation in the business, how has your journey been like at Prithvi Exchange?
Okay. So when I was in my college days, I used to ask my friends, क्या program है शाम को बाहर चलते हैं and all those things. So ultimately everybody was having only one answer saying that कि office जाना है काम है, and that's when even I decided कि यार घर बैठे कुछ होने वाला है नहीं, and I had to put my time to productive use as well. So that is when I joined my firm at my family business. I have been taught from the basics. So my first day at office was with a delivery bag. I had to, go to deliver forex currencies at a client's place. Where I started from the base, delivery boy, then to system entry operator, then to a cashier, then at the client's end, talking to them, then at the sales and marketing end, meeting clients at their place, knocking doors, cold calls. Then I came into core operations, where I had to handle the branch. I had to, handle a branch. I was a branch manager for a couple of months of a small branch during my training days. Then from there, I evolved to be as the, I was reporting to my VP operations at that point of time. Then I handled the core operations. So it's been a journey. I would say I would say I'm fortunate enough to have this journey and not to come and sit at the top table at a day one. So I have had a. I usually say this. I had a good 8-9 years of my training period. When so my father used to tell this. If you want to make one or two story building, your foundation has to be just about say a couple of meters. But if you want to make your life as a Burj Khalifa, which is say hundreds of stories, so your life, if it has to be that strong, if it has to be that big, your foundation has to be equally more stronger. So I think that was my journey where my foundation became very strong, and that's how we navigate through all the challenges, because I have worked at the ground zero. So I can sitting at the at the top 2 top 3 levels, we understand what can happen at ground zero, what good can happen or even what bad can happen, and we navigate through those things.
When a student is applying abroad, the first step where they require assistance is basically when they are starting their application, paying the application fee itself is in dollars or pounds. And that suddenly strikes to the student कि अब payment करना है तो कैसे करना है? What should they do in this case?
See, typically I'll tell you, you can do a remittance directly at the first end itself. You can start to pay your fee through remittances abroad, where we come into the picture. So we can start to pay your application fee. Subsequently, you have got your admission letter, the confirmation letter, or then you apply for a visa. So at that point of time, we help you to pay your entire fee abroad. At the first step, your entire $10,000, whatever you have. For example, if you're going to Canada, you have to pay the GIC fee or the blocked account. So we come into that picture where we ensure that your payment, that your fee payment reaches the university on time.
What exactly is the GIC that you spoke about?
It is called Guaranteed Investment Certificate. So it is something you pay to the Canadian government before you leave here to secure your admission, number one. And second, you will get that money like an EMI. It gets credited to your account. You can avail that money once you go there. So it's basically, it is like a fixed deposit kind of a thing. that you pay to the government saying that here I'm coming abroad, I'm coming to your country to study, and I'm paying you this money. So it's like that.
Right. So this GIC is a Canadian thing, and then all the other countries, for example, Germany has its own blocked account. So a Forex partner like you can help a student with everything, with all the blocked accounts as well, be it of any country, right? So it's better for a student to have their own blocked account and then do the transactions from there. Now, a lot of students also have this doubt, should they pay directly from their bank account or should they do the remittances via a Forex partner like you? A lot of students are not even aware about Forex partners in the first place when they're making their initial fee payments. So, how do you think a student should approach this journey?
No, see, I would say in India, even today, a lot of parents, I would say, they rely on banks. Now, ultimately, what happens is that you don't realize the rate of exchange what you're paying. So, where we work at a very minimal cost, which ensures that your hard-earned money is not wasted enough.
So, what is the ideal rate of exchange, if not 2-3%, that a student should have in mind? Is it possible for the student to decide what they want?
See, an ideal exchange rate, in my view, would be somewhere about say 0.5% to 1% at the maximum. I am taking at the fag end of 1% because considering the cost involved, considering the paperwork, and considering the efforts what an exchange house puts behind to ensure that your money reaches them safely.
For example, how many people might be working at your exchange house and what goes into operations? So, that 1% is for that.
Absolutely, no. So we are almost, we are a 270 plus machinery working, based in Chennai and across the country. So, we have a policy, we have a rule. अगर पैसा आज लिया है client से, तो the money has to go today. You can't sleep over it and ensure it goes tomorrow again because you have a rate of exchange fluctuation which goes out. So we don't speculate on those terms. And somewhere we have that principles and values that money what is taken today. आज का काम आज ही करो, कल पोस्टपोन मत करो उसको.
Right. So there are a lot of foreign fintech companies that work with universities directly. So how do exchange houses help when they are already in place, like the foreign fintech companies?
So, with these foreign fintech companies, they're affiliated with players like us, where we also have a partnership with them. We ensure that we are a touch point for them. And that's how, we help them to make the payments. And there are also universities, where directly the money goes to the university also. So, where you will have, you will save a lot of Forex cost if you do a direct bank transfer to the university through us, rather than going to all these fintech companies and all.
Generally, an average student fee for a university for a year is around 25 lakhs to 55 lakhs, depending on the country where they're studying. So, when a student is going abroad, what is the best way for them to pay their fee? And how can they save money while doing this?
Okay. See, somewhere it's a known secret that banks have a higher charge compared to a exchange house like us. So I would suggest first thing is your first payment, the first fee, admission fee, you can pay through a bank remittance. Subsequent fee payments, what we advise off late now, given the advancement of technology, every university now has a payment gateway. So what we advise is, you do a trial payment with the university, find out if they accept card payments. If yes, load your Forex card, when what you pick up from us when you leave abroad, go tap the Forex card into the card machine, the payment gets cleared. Or if they have payment gateway, you can even use this card and make the payments through secure payment gateways. The advantage of this is that one, the TAT is very low, wherein for remittance you have to do n number of paperworks, and the remittance is done, you have a bank charge. So all those things can be avoided, number one. Second thing is that the payment gets instantly debited. The TAT is very low compared to a remittance. You will know only when when you get your Swift copy, the acknowledgement, you will know that the money has been transferred. But still, it will take a day or two for the university to receive your payment. Whereas the advantage of Forex card, you can instantly pay, and the university will give you confirmation by the same day, or
And
as the
students
case
are
may be.
generally working on deadlines and they remember on the last day that they had to make a fee payment.
Absolutely.
Right. So the best way is to use a Forex card and make the payment.
It will make your life much easier.
So how much money can a student save when they're using a Forex card compared to an traditional remittance method? For example, a student is studying in the US and they have a fee of 70 lakhs per year. How much are they going to save in a Forex card compared to a remittance?
See, while remitting through a bank, you usually end up paying about, say, 3%. Where if you make a payment through a Forex card, you can end up saving a good 70-80% of your fee payments.
So easily a student can save up to 1.5 lakhs when they're using a Forex card compared to a traditional bank remittance. So we have a lot of students ask us that why do they have to pay a 5% tax, and what is that tax for when they're making a remittance or a payment abroad? So what exactly is this and how much should a student pay? What are the rules?
So essentially, there is the rule mandates whenever you remit money abroad to a country, or you are availing forex, basically for that matter, you have to end up paying a tax. That's TCS, tax collected at source. This is the 5% TCS which you pay for whatever forex under education when you have a forex payment. Now coming to that, okay, this is more than 7 lakhs. You have to pay TCS at 5%.
Okay. Less than
Now,
7 lakhs, you
there's no
don't.
TCS. Now, imagine if you have availed a loan from an ATE company, then you end up paying only 0.5% TCS and not 5%. And whichever this 5% or 0.5%, it is actually not a cost to you. This tax is credited to your 26 AS at the end of the accounting financial year, where you will set off this payment from your, you will set off this input tax credit what you have received from your tax payments.
Even if you have not taken a loan.
Yeah, yes.
And what are these ATE companies that give you the 0.5%, 4.5% tax benefit?
Okay, so an ATE company is defined by the Income Tax Act, which is officially recognized by the government. So in India, any bank, any scheduled commercial bank is an ATE company, and Credila, only Credila is an ATE company.
Is there any jugaad that the students do to save taxes?
See, technically, the government, the income tax rule says that your blood relatives can make payments for you. So here in this case, your father can make a payment, your mother can make a payment, your brother can make a payment for you. So to uh, to take the benefit of this, you can route your payments through all these three people during the financial year, so that you can avoid this TCS of
So if you're a
5%.
family of 4 people,
Absolutely.
28 lakhs तक आपको TCS नहीं लगेगा.
On your individual also you can claim. Yes, exactly. So your 28 lakhs, you can still avoid the TCS. No, more for which yes, of course, you can avoid the TCS. Correct.
One more thing that is very prevalent here in this industry is that agents or so-called consultants, they generally tell the students that आप पैसा हमें भेज दो, 50 lakhs US का ट्यूशन फीस है, आप 50 लाख हमारे बैंक में डाल दो, and we will take care of your remittances or your payments. So what is your say on this? And we see a lot of scams also happening after this. So where does the Forex partner come in, or how can a student save themselves from these kind of problems?
Okay. So as a point of awareness, I would like to say this: a forex partner will, or an exchange house has to collect payment only from the direct traveler or the student. We are not supposed to collect money from third party payments, like be it a consultant, or be it an agent, or be it any individual. The money has to come from the traveler or the student or his immediate family, as mandated. So it's better to avoid making payments to anybody else, and you directly make the payment from your bank account. This will ensure, one, you follow the rules, and second, you don't fall prey to all these scams and all. Why should you pay money to somebody else? Save your money.
So every student, to make a fee payment, should make their own Forex card and keep the fee in their own hands, keep the power in their own hands, and then make the payment. What are the documents that a student requires to make a Forex card in the first place?
So essentially, as I told you, uh, after, before you leave abroad only you can avail a forex card. So to if I have to issue a forex card to you, I need your passport, I need to see your visa, your ticket, your pan card, and also your education documents to ascertain that yes, you are legitimately going abroad to study, and we follow the rules laid by the central bank. And once what we say, the first payment you make through a bank transfer as a remittance, education abroad remittance under the purpose code, you can make the payments to us. Subsequently, you make the payment through a forex card. Your second semester fee, your tuition fee, your hostel rents, be it whatever it is, you can make the payment. It is easily reloadable. Your parents can reload the card for you, and you can use that card abroad when you're studying over there. And this card is very secure, it's highly secure, it works on a chip and pin model. You can track your expenses real time through a mobile application. You can block your card, you can manage your entire card. There's a card control system where you can block your card if you have lost your card. You can set the limits what you want to withdraw from an ATM. You can have a limit for your e-com purchases what you have. And you can also generally this card comes as a security feature, the tap and pay. It has a feature but it is disabled for security reasons, so you can enable that also, so that to ensure your money is not taken away by anybody. So we have seen videos where you'll be standing in a queue, somebody brings a POS device, and just they put on your wallet, so you can exactly, so you can avoid all those scams and all through that.
So, if a student has a forex card before they go abroad to study, should they still go there and make their own bank account? For example, if a student is traveling to the UK, and we are generally advised to make accounts in Barclays or HSBC and these UK local banks. So, if I have a forex card from, say, Prithvi Exchange, for example, should they still go there and make their own bank account?
We understand that a lot of benefits are there when you open a bank account over there, no doubt about that. But again, it ultimately boils down to your utility. Now, I'm saying sitting at your home, I can give, we offer the convenience of reloading a card here. Your parents can, just call us, transfer the funds, the card gets
In
loaded
INR.
with all the, yeah. So, and the card gets loaded with the respective foreign currency abroad. Why to have the hassle of going there? But ultimately, your parents are again going to transfer funds from here. That again happens through a bank transfer. So potentially, you will end up saving big time on the bank charges what you may incur when you do a bank transfer as against a forex card.
Wow, I was not aware of this. So, in the past years, how has a student's journey evolved in terms of using payments? How did it happen before and how is it evolving now?
So technology has played a very big part in this. So earlier students, it used to take 4 5 days for the payments, to reflect. Then they do a reconciliation. The college does a reconciliation at their end. Ultimately, the college will tell you after 10 15 days saying that yes, I have received your fee payment. Till then, your deadline date would have already passed. Now, with advent of technology, the remittance payments, the essentially the bank receives the foreign university receives the credit through direct bank transfers in 2 3 days now. Now, with respect to again, talking about forex cards, if I had to tell, the payment can happen instantly. So we have come down a long way from 15 days to say less than 4 5 hours now.
And for smaller expenses, if a student wants to carry some cash in hand, what is the best way to do this? If a student is studying, for example, in Dubai or US or UK, is it the same for all the countries? Plus, should they carry their forex from here, or how is it different? What should be the best way to do this?
Okay. So first thing is that when this we advise everybody who comes to our counter, we always say, you carry your 80% of your forex requirement in a card, and 20% you should have currency in hand as a contingency, as an emergency assistance. You should always have, be it various circumstances where you may be left out, where maybe the server is down, or the merchant's card machine is not, the POS machine is not working properly, or whatever reason may be. So it's always advisable to carry a small amount of cash in hand always.
Okay, and how can students, where can they find this cash? What is the best way?
So, as I said, we also sell foreign currencies. We have currencies to the extent of, we stock over 100 foreign currencies in our branches. Generally people look at only dollar, euro, pound. These are the three major currencies what people know. But of late, what we are seeing in the last couple of years, people now have got more awareness about the countries where they travel, the currencies, what it is being used. For example, if I had to tell you, Indonesian rupiah, Thai baht, Vietnamese dong, all these currencies are flying out of our shelves, very quickly, including the Azerbaijani manat. No, it's always prudent and to be smart enough when you have a local currency, carry that. Why you want to have the hassle of carrying, say, dollars from here, you go to, say, Europe, then again you go and exchange over there. So, hardly it is going to be, say, open it, say, 500,000 rupees somewhere. Why to have the hassle of going there? And the exchange rates and the commissions, what is being charged in US is more than 6-7%. I'm saying at the 6-7% is a lower fag, and I'm saying it is much expensive to convert money abroad in Europe than buying from India and go.
Right. So a student has a lot of things to do when they go abroad. Not only just exchanging money, but settling down, getting to know the place. So I think, yeah, you're right. It's better that the student takes their money from here itself and then travels. So what exactly happens when a person is buying their foreign currency from the airport compared to buying it in the home country or the destination country?
Exchanging your currencies, be it buy or sell at the airport, is always expensive. Given the traditional way of doing things across the world, exchanging at airport is a costly affair. So
Why is that so?
um, the places like that, where you are at an emergency, and that's how you encash it, right?
So they're giving you accessibility and
Absolutely,
fueling the
it's a
emergency.
convenience what is being offered when you need it at the most. So there's a premium for that.
Okay. So as a student, one should pre-plan.
Absolutely. See, because you very well know you're going to travel abroad. You know you have to make your fee payment. Why to wait till the last date? You can do a day prior. आराम से घर पे शांति से बैठो. We come and deliver at your home. Be it $100 or $1,000. We are always available. Anywhere across the network where we are present. We are present about 20 cities with about 26 touch points where we cover the cities completely. Be it all major metros and non-metros where we are present. We ensure your forex is delivered at your home at the convenience of a call.
So all these 26 cities, you have physical branches, and from here, your person can just go to the student's house and deliver the forex.
Exactly.
Amazing. So all the students are now advised that they first take their forex and then travel to save, firstly, a lot of money and for convenience.
Of course.
So a lot of students, when they come to us, they wait. They're like, we have predicted that the dollar ka rate is going to go down, so we don't want to exchange our currency and pay our tuition fees right now. That is a general myth or a notion in a mind of a student. So do you have anything to say about it?
See, always it is there. A penny saved is penny earned. I believe in that. But given at the juncture, where you are, you have to make your fee payment. Chalo, maybe if you have the time, you have the liberty and luxury, where you can wait for some time and then see. See, ultimately, it is going to be open each, hardly a rupee or two. I understand it's a decent sum of money, but you're talking about securing your future of your future with your education and the way beyond. So why to wait for that a day or two? So this is like being penny wise and pound foolish, I would say. Rather make your payments on time, uh, so that your university can confirm your admission much earlier. Your fee payments, you won't have any arrears on fee payments, any late payment fee, and that somewhere it will make a reputation for yourself in your university that yes, whenever there's a fee payment, Shama pays her fee on time. That is something which is there, and it's a discipline, I would say.
What are some common hidden charges while making a transaction that students might come across?
See, the first thing, there is a small service charge, which is being charged. Then you have a no store charge. The basically the charge which is a kind of a service charge which is being charged by the acquiring banker, where it's like a service charge. They charge you for the transacting fees and all. Then there's also TCS, which you get a credit. Then there is also जनरल myth कि यार GST भी आता है इसके ऊपर, आप इतना ले रहे हो और GST भी लेना है क्या आपको बोल के. So ultimately this is paid to the government of India, and
How much is the GST for it?
it's not very, it's not as big as 18-28%. It is 0.18% of your entire payment what you make. For easier terms, I would say for every 1 lakh you end up paying 180 rupees. It's as simple as that.
So while choosing a Forex card, so Prithvi Exchange also has multiple Forex cards that you offer to the student, is what I understand.
Yeah.
So how does a student choose what is the best for them?
So there are two types of cards. One is which is for regular corporate travel and business travel, and then there is something called as a card which is specific to the needs of a student. Say for example, that card may have withdrawal waivers. That card may have launch access for a student. It may have something to do with they provide vouchers or something where the student feels that okay, it is dedicated to me for my use. Where we don't provide those launch access or vouchers, Uber vouchers and all in a regular forex card.
Okay. What is the best company if a student is right now planning to choose
For
Forex cards?
see, there are now a lot of cards which has come in the market. Uh, so technically, there are companies who issue a debit card or who issue a credit card and call it as a forex card, or they may also claim it as 0% forex markup fee or whatever it is. But always be wary of looking at the fee what you're going to pay. Your rate, for example, a fintech company is that where they say that we won't charge you any forex markup fee, but then ultimately the day when you want to transfer the money to that particular account of yours, you cannot lock in on the exchange rates, whereas in a forex card your rate of exchange is blocked at the same moment when you are loading the card, and that rate is fixed for the lifetime.
Right. Are there any Forex related scams that students should be aware of?
So this typically may happen at your destination country. So better, whenever you're going to pay money, to any vendor, ensure that you read the SMS what you get. It's not just for the students, anybody who travels abroad. Whenever you make a payment, you ensure that you receive the SMS and read the SMS how much you're being charged. And also, with the advent of tech, as I said, the variety of cards have also increased. Now there is one single card where you can pay at any country across the world without any cross currency conversion fee. So that makes life even more easier. You don't have to load 15 currencies. You can load over 200 currencies in that one single card now, and it's all done at the tap of a touch click.
One more thing that we get a lot from the students, 2 hours before the deadline, they realize that they need to make a transaction from home country to a destination country for some kind of payment. What can a student do when this is happening?
First thing, you have to plan to travel much. You have to plan much earlier, not at just 2 hours prior. So
And
this,
then these foreign fintechs. So if a student is not, obviously not all students would plan to make a transaction on Monday or Tuesday. So if a student wants to make a transaction in Australia on a Wednesday evening, their transaction is actually going to go through on the next Monday morning, right? And a student has only 2 hours of deadline to make the payment. So how can a student deal with this?
see, as I said, the best way to make the payment, which is with such a low tax, is to make from your forex card. That's the whole idea
And when a
behind
student
this.
does not have a Forex card already,
The only way, then you have to only do a bank transfer.
okay, so even if they come to Prithvi Exchange, they can only do a bank transfer.
Bank transfer, yes.
So what is the solution here?
कोई ऑप्शन नहीं है आपके पास. चलो आपके पास फॉरेक्स कार्ड है, यू कैन स्टिल मेक द पेमेंट, or otherwise you can request a university for a deadline extension, maybe a day or two, wherein we can initiate the remittance payment. We will follow up closely with the remittance partner, with the concerned tech partner, to ensure the money reaches quickly. And if the moment we make a fund transfer, you will get the SWIFT, so that's the proof of you having made the payment.
Okay, according to the trends, where have students traveled the most in terms of student foreign exchange?
So typically, if you see, there are people go abroad to study majorly in US, UK, Canada, and UAE. A growing country where people are going now is France and Germany as well. Earlier, prior to the Russia-Ukraine war, people were traveling to Russia and Ukraine for their doctors' MBBS study, given the very economical cost of education over there.
Has that moved to Georgia now?
So, because of the present political situation in Russia and Ukraine, people are now moving to other countries like be it Georgia, even Vietnam for that matter.
Right.
MBBS studies is happening more in these countries. It has shifted
So
basically.
even for these MBBS students, it's recommended they take their Forex first, then go abroad.
Always.
So how do careers in the Forex industry look like?
See, typically this industry has got a funnel where, like how a normal industry works, you have the sales end, you have the back end operations, you also have a treasury at the back end, and the regular routine control functions, accounts, HR, finance, and all those things. Uh, I would just somewhere, in the world of foreign exchange, if you're looking for a good type and you want to have that cool life. I will not say cool life. I would say if you want to have that life of being a successful person, like corporate forex is one such solution. Where you have it all depends on your hard work, right? You can go and meet the best of the companies in the country, be it from MNC or be it to a Indian company, listed company, unlisted, whoever it may be, of a reputation. So that is something which will entice you well. One being that. Second, given the future, see, India is now at the cusp of a travel boom. India is already a $17 billion travel market, which we look forward to go manifold in the upcoming years. Where today people want to travel, anybody wants to travel, everybody wants to travel today. Be it a guy who is in his college, or who has just got his first paycheck, or somebody who has accomplished something. It's like a mode of self satisfaction, and COVID has taught all of us that अब घड़ी ले लोगे, गाड़ी ले लोगे, घर ले लोगे, उसके बाद क्या करोगे? You will end up traveling abroad. You will want to make experiences. Today, people want to make those experiences. They want to do bungee jumping, they want to do skydiving, scuba diving. So, a lot of these places abroad have all these facilities, and people want to travel. And today, it's also a social image what you have कि मैं foreign जाके आया. So that is always there. So we are looking at a big industry now with this travel boom. In one of my LinkedIn posts, what I had made. So we see a lot of companies coming up with this. Like there are companies who provide in a very niche category. They provide visa assistance, which was not existent even before say 4-5 years pre-COVID. So a new industry has all boomed up. I'm saying with respect to having the tech background and with a lot of disruption which can happen. So there are companies who provide visa assistance. There are companies who provide baggages now, luggage. Of course, there have been big companies who provide baggages, but these are new companies who have come up. Cool bags. They make the luggage trolleys and all those things with various compartments, inbuilt chargers, whatever they have evolved over a period of time. You also have companies for us who provide a niche category of foreign exchange service. You have companies who provide sports tourism, concerts, wildlife tours. So I see a big jump which is going to happen in the travel industry. So I think you're at the right point of time if you want to have a career in this industry.